Have you ever felt like there's something invisible holding you back? Like there are chains you can't see, but they keep your steps from moving forward? Fear can be that silent force whispering lies to our hearts, telling us we're not capable, we don't deserve it, that the path ahead is too dangerous to walk. But today, I want to invite you on a journey of liberation. Prepare your heart for a deep prayer. Open your soul to receive the healing that comes only from above. Stay with us until the end of this message, because every word has been chosen to touch the deepest wounds and bring relief to your soul. If this prayer touches your heart, hit that notification bell, like this video, and share it with someone who also needs to fly free from fear. Lord, here I am before you, with a broken heart and a weary soul. I come into your presence, carrying the weight of so many fears that have become the invisible walls of my prison. I don't know when they started growing. Inside me, these voices that whisper, you can't do it, you're not enough, you're going to fail. They echo in the hallways of my mind like ghosts that refuse to leave. Lord, I confess that I've allowed fear to become my counselor. When I should have taken the next step, I stepped back. When I should have spoken, I remained silent. When I should have flown, I chose to crawl, convinced that the ground was safer than the sky you prepared for me. Forgive me for giving fear a throne that belongs only to you. I feel the desert within me, barren and lifeless, where courage should bloom, the courage you planted in my heart. The forgotten tears begin to flow now, washing away years of silence and resignation. You know, Lord, you know every wound that became fear, every disappointment that became a wall, every no I received and interpreted as never again. Wash me, O Lord, with your purifying waters. Let your mercy be like rain upon this dry ground my soul has become. I recognize that I built walls where you wanted bridges, dug trenches where you planned pathways. Fear became my refuge, but now I see it's a fortress that imprisons me. It doesn't protect me. As the prophet said, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. These words now penetrate like a sharp sword into the heart of my fears. You are with me. You always have been. Even when I couldn't feel your presence. Even when darkness seemed more real than your light. Lord, the fear of failure made me stop before I even began. How many dreams I buried before they could sprout. How many opportunities I let pass because what if it goes wrong screamed louder than your go, I am with you. Forgive me for trusting more in my limitations than in your limitless power. The fear of rejection built walls around my heart. I preferred isolation to vulnerability, chose silence instead of risking being misunderstood. But you call me out of the cave where I hid, into the light of your love that doesn't reject, doesn't abandon, doesn't give up. Dry every forgotten tear that accumulated in the dark corners of my soul. Those tears of unexpressed frustrations, unspoken words, steps not taken. They became puddles where fears multiplied like mosquitoes in stagnant water. But your light, Lord, evaporates all moisture where fear reproduces. Rebuild the walls that need to exist, those of wisdom and discernment. But tear down these imaginary barriers that prevent me from walking in the purpose you have for me. Teach me to distinguish between healthy prudence and cowardly paralysis. Give me courage to be vulnerable where I need to be real, and strength to be brave where I need to advance. The fear of not being enough has been my most intimate companion, whispering lies about my identity. It convinced me that I need to be perfect before I can serve, complete before I can love, strong before I can help. But you teach me that your strength is made perfect in my weakness, that your love makes me complete, that your grace makes me sufficient. Forgive me, Lord, for treating your promises like suggestions, your protection as optional, your care as conditional. When you say, I will strengthen you, I responded, but what if I'm not strong enough? When you promised, I will help you, I countered, but what if help doesn't come in time? When you assured, I will uphold you, I doubted, but what if I'm too heavy? Today I choose to believe. Today I decide to trust. Even with a trembling voice and still shaking hands, I declare that you are greater than all my fears combined. You are the God who parted the sea, who brought down walls with shouts, who raised the dead. What are my small fears before your infinite power? Remove from me, Lord, the fear of flying. For too long I was content to walk when you created me to fly. I clipped my own wings with the scissors of insecurity, convinced myself that flight was for others, not for me. But you remind me that those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. I feel something moving inside me now, Lord. It's as if ancient chains are breaking, as if rusted cages are opening. The wind of your spirit blows over the dry bones of my abandoned dreams, and they begin to move, to take shape, to come alive again. Fear taught me to see abysses where you were building bridges, to see storms where you prepared calm waters, to perceive endings where you planned new beginnings. But now, with eyes washed by these tears of surrender, I begin to see your hand reaching out to lift me up, your arms opening to receive me, your heart beating to the rhythm of my restoration. I renounce every fear that told me I was too small, too young, too old, too inexperienced, too broken. I renounce the fear that convinced me my past defined my future, that my mistakes were bigger than your grace, that my failures were more permanent than your forgiveness. Break, Lord, every scarcity mindset that fear planted in me. The belief that there isn't enough for me, that blessings are limited, that I need to compete instead of collaborate, that others' success diminishes my possibilities. You are the God of abundance, and in your kingdom, there's room for everyone to fly. Heal the wounds that became doorways for fear, those cutting words I received as a child that still echo, "You'll never make it. You're no good at this. Stop dreaming so big." Let your truth silence these lies once and for all. Let your voice be the only one I hear when I need to decide whether to take the next step. Restore in me the ability to dream without fear. For so long, my dreams stayed small because I was afraid of big disappointments. But you call me to dream according to your power, not according to my limitations. Enlarge the stakes of my faith, extend the cords of my hope, strengthen the stakes of my trust. Lord, I feel something deep is changing within me. It's as if a long-lost key finally found the right lock. The padlock that locked away my potential is opening with a click that echoes throughout my soul. The chains that bound my feet are dissolving like snow in the sun. Teach me to fly step by step, Lord. I don't need to jump off cliffs to prove courage. I don't need to face all fears at once. You teach me that courage isn't the absence of fear, but action despite fear. That faith isn't certainty of outcome, but trust in your character. That boldness isn't recklessness, but obedience to your call. I renew my trust in your protection. When you say, "Your right hand upholds me," I choose to believe it's strong enough to hold me even when I don't feel its firmness. When you promise you go with me, I decide to trust that your presence is real even when I can't see it. When you guarantee you are my helper, I accept that your help comes in the time and way you know is best. The wind is changing, Lord. I feel a new breeze blowing over the rubble of my old fears. It's the wind of your renewal, your restoration, your recreation. You are doing something new in me, and the old, including these paralyzing fears, is passing away. Forgive me for living like an orphan when I am your child, like a beggar when I am an heir, like a prisoner when you gave me freedom. Fear made me forget my identity, but your voice now reminds me who I am. Beloved, chosen, empowered, sent. I open my heart completely to you now, Lord. I don't want to hide any dark corner where fear might still nest. Let your light invade every thought, every emotion, every memory. Let there be no room left for doubts about your love, questions about your power, hesitations about your faithfulness. I feel the wings growing again, Lord. They were there all along, just folded and forgotten under the weight of insecurity. But now they stretch out, strengthen, prepare for the flight you always planned for me. They're not wings of wax that melt in the sun, but wings forged in the furnace of your grace, tempered in the fire of your love, polished by the wind of your spirit. I surrender, Lord. I surrender to your plans that are bigger than my fears. I surrender to your ways that are higher than my reasoning. I surrender to your timing that is perfect even when it seems delayed. I surrender to your love that is unconditional even when I feel unworthy. May every step I take from today be a step of faith, not fear. May every word I speak be anointed with courage, not contaminated by insecurity. May every dream I dream be sized by your greatness, not limited by my frailties. Thank you, Lord, because I already feel the difference. The air seems lighter, the horizon broader, the future brighter. You have removed the fear that kept me from flying, and now I understand that heaven was always my destination, never my punishment. I will fly, Lord. Not perfectly at first, maybe with some stumbles and hesitations, but I will fly, because you are the wind that sustains my wings, the current that lifts me, the destination that calls me upward. Fear has no more power over me, because greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. So be it. Amen. If you made it this far, it's because your heart recognized the liberating truth of these words. Fear may have been your companion for a long time, but today you heard a stronger voice calling you to freedom. Don't keep this experience to yourself. Share this video with someone you know who also needs to be reminded they were created to fly. Leave a comment telling us how this prayer touched your heart, or simply write, "I will fly," to declare your decision to live free from fear. Like this video if it blessed your life, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more messages of hope and transformation. Remember, you weren't created to crawl on the ground. You were created to soar in the heavens of divine abundance.